Hi guys, we're here looking at functions and linear equations, and we want to just ask the simple question, um, can we graph a linear function? And the answer is we sure hope so. So we're going to start off easy, and the key to this is you have to know what slope-intercept form is. Do you know what slope-intercept form is? If you do, you should have said it's y equals mx plus b. There's plenty of ways you can remember that. I like to think of why did I eat that max burrito? If you remember the story behind that, maybe that'll help you out. But the reason why we use this form y equals mx plus b is it tells us the things in this equation, specifically that 4 is m and 3 is b. Now, we don't call this mb form. We call it slope-intercept form. So another name for the m is your slope. Another name for b is your y-intercept. Now, you might know that, but what you might not know is, okay, well, how do I then use these pieces of information, the slope and the y-intercept, to graph this line? Well, it all starts with your b, your y-intercept. So begin with b always. Since b is 3, I'm going to go on my y-axis, 2, 3. Now the y-axis is this one. That's negative 3. I need to go up 1, 2, 3 to find my y-intercept. Now, that's the y-intercept because that's where our line, wherever the line is, maybe it's there, maybe it's there, maybe it's there. It has to cross the y-axis at that point. That's the definition of an intercept. Well, now that I've done that, there's really only one more step. I need to take the slope and somehow use that to determine where is another point or 2 or 3 on this line. And the way I do that, I'm just going to write this as a fraction. So can you think of any fractions that are equal to 4? Perhaps you said 8 over 2. Perhaps you said 16 over 4. All those work, but the easiest is probably just 4 over 1. And the way we use that, 4 is our rise. 4 is our run. So I'm going to try to go up 4, and I'm going to try to go right 1. And let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll mark it out for you. 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go right 1. And when I do that, I land on this point. Now I could do the opposite as well. I could go negative, negative instead of positive, positive. If I do that, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and left 1. And I'll know that I'm right if these 3 points that I've drawn line all up on a line. And fortunately, my mouse isn't being too kind right now. I can't draw a super straight line. But if you look closely, these are all 3 definitely lined up perfectly. And that is the equation correctly graphed. Really, the only tricky part about this is if I were to give you an equation that's not in slope-intercept form. Maybe I give you something like 2x minus 4y equals 10. Well, in this situation, it's not evident what our slope and our y-intercept is, and you're going to have to figure out approximately, how does one, magically change this into slope-intercept form, which I'm doing right now. This is actually the equation y equals negative 1/2 minus 2.5. And I'm a math teacher. I can do that in my head. And there's another video showing you how to do that. The basic idea is you want to get y by itself. And in doing so, you find what your slope and your y-intercept are after you get these numbers and this variable to the other side of the equal sign. With that in mind, I think you're probably okay to move on to the web quest. Best of luck. Thanks.